Silence your cell phones now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Billie Holiday.
Reporters keep asking me, Billie, why you do the things you do? This is what I tell them.
What's going on, YouTube? It's that same place to be chosen, Mr. Andy. Better you guys another movie experience for a movie that came out 2 weeks ago, and it did not get enough buzz that it needed to for everybody to care. And it came out on Hulu, which everybody's been in HBO Max, Netflix, and Disney Plus when it comes out to new movies every single weekend. But this has been on Hulu. It's been under the radar. But I figured since the Oscar nominees just came out of people who's going to get it, and Andrew Day is nominated for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, I figured I'd go back and watch some of the motion pictures that are going to be nominated in 2021. I know that the ones like Nomadland and Sound of Metal and all them, they're from 2020, so I don't want to go back to like last year and review those movies from last year. I just want to do the ones from 2021 that I got rematches to do. So we are going to review Lee Daniels' latest film, The United States versus Billie Holiday. So this movie is basically based on kind of like Billie Holiday's life, but it's called United States vs. Billie Holiday because Billie Holiday had a song called Strange Fruit, and Strange Fruit was about the lynching of African Americans, especially in the South. And of course the FBI did not want her to sing that song, claiming that it will just cause the racists to get even more angry and do more lynchings, which we know that's not the case. And they've been arresting her, planting drugs on her, framing her for going out and singing the song, which she was determined to sing in the first place. So now, that's basically what the movie is a gist of. But Lee Daniels, as a director, I mean, of course, he's been known mostly for Precious, and then of course he did The Butler, which I like, but I had a lot of problems with The Butler. So we're gonna give you guys the good, I'm gonna give you guys the bad, and I'm gonna give you guys the experience. Starting off with the good. The good here overall, Andrew Day. I didn't know much about Andrew Day, but my wife does. She listens to her music and everything. So she was one to get to play the part of Billie Holiday. Now, I have not seen a Billie Holiday movie since Lady Sings the Blues with Diana Ross. And I thought that movie was all right, but you know, it kind of romanticized Billie Holiday a lot. She had a rough life. So Andrew Day brings it to her. She brings the look to her, and she sounds like her and everything. Like, I don't know. And that's what Andrew Day really does sound, but she got the accent down and everything like that. Billie Holiday is was born in the city I'm from, Philly. So so she traveled a lot up the north and New York area, stuff like that. And I thought she brought a lot of it to the character. And no matter what she's doing or what scene she's in, she's convincing in everything that she's in. So I can understand why she's nominated for, she won the Golden Globe, but I understand why she's nominated for an Oscar, which she can be an upset win for the Oscars, to be honest with you. She could be an upset win. So I'm curious to be like, I wanted to check out her performance, and I enjoyed the performance that she delivered. And of course, you know, a couple other side characters that's in the movie. I forgot the guy who plays Chris and Everybody Hates Chris. He does pretty good in the movie also. And like her band and stuff like that. And the people who play her husband, the guy plays a husband, because I don't know if she's married twice or not, but everybody who's acting, they did all right. But that's where my good has to stop, unfortunately. Then we got to get into the bad, so let's get into the bad. You may agree with me, you may not necessarily agree with me of how I'm about to give you my bad for this movie, but this is the same thing I run into with all Lee Daniels kind of projects, is that it has a pacing problem. Okay, and one thing is the movie doesn't necessarily know what it wants to be. I'm getting 3 different directions of this movie. I'm like, because usually when I thought United States vs. Billie Holiday, I'm thinking, like my wife thought it was going to be taking place in the court, kind of like Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and they're telling the story as they're going through the court case. Or it's going to be about this one part of Billie Holiday's life. This movie goes, it's like, it starts off and we get a picture of a lynching and a burning, unfortunately. So it's kind of graphic, to say the least. And I'm like, okay, we're going to focus on Strange Fruit here, okay? And then, you know, the power and the impact that Strange Fruit is and has done. Or then we're going to get a movie about Billie Holiday, the whole life story about Billie Holiday. But then we're going to get a movie about just the FBI and Billie Holiday, and it's like we don't hear much about Strange Fruit because in the beginning she's being interviewed. She's being interviewed by somebody, and they're going over her story, and it's like we're jumping all over the place, and I'm trying to grasp onto something here, and we don't really even get talking about the Strange Fruit until about a good hour into the movie, I think it is. And I'm saying we're trying to creep in all these directions, and I'm like, just focus on one canon storyline, go for it. Like with the Butler, it focused on one storyline, but he tried to cram over 40 years of this man's life, of everything he went through, into a 2-hour movie, to the point where no era and no president he worked for had a chance to breathe. And that's what I'm here at in this movie. There are not enough times for the movie to breathe, to explain what's going on, or to let the audience catch up. In a way, it's really just chopping kind of all over the place. She's doing this one time, she's doing this one time, she's doing this. And me personally, I didn't like that necessarily, that format of how it was going. There's nothing for me to sink my teeth into personally. I know Lee Daniels said that he wanted to tell like the real story of what really happened. And yes, there's elements in here where he does go into the hardship that Billie Holiday goes through. There is one scene where it's like she is explaining her life as this person getting high, and we're like going through like them going through like walking through her life or something like that. And I'm like, I felt more of it when Chadwick did his whole thing in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. We're talking about his mother, if anybody had seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And I'm like, I visualized and felt that more than the scene he was trying to pull out here. And I just think that it's just the way Lee Daniels tells stories that I'm just not too much of a fan with. Along with the band, let's just, finish it out and go on with the experience. So when it comes to the experience, it's simple like this. This movie came out, I was supposed to review this back all them weeks ago when I came out with all those other movies. What was it? I came out with the Straight Outta Compton, whatever, my remastered and things like that. The Tom and Jerry. That's when this was supposed to come out. I did not get to it because, like I said, it wasn't that much buzz to it. I just forgot that it came out. Then the next week I was like, okay, I'm gonna get to it. And everything else came out that I had to get to, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get to the Snyder Cut. But before the Snyder Cut comes, I know I'll be busy with that. Let me watch it. I've made myself sit down and watch this movie, and I was just like, oh, I see why it's not getting too much buzz. I see why a lot of big top YouTubers and people that I watch for movie reviews are not reacting. Even the black ones, what I'm saying, are not reviewing this movie as much. And I'm like, okay, well, and I can see it now. But you know what? So that's just my take on it. I ain't really much spoilers here to get into. So when it comes to United States vs. Billie Holiday, I'm going to give it a Catching at the Barbershop. But I think I'll be a little bit too harsh because if you're a fan of Adrian Day, hashtag give it a chance. She is somebody, you know what? I'm going to boost my bank up. I take that back. I'm going to give United States vs. Billie Holiday a hashtag give it a chance. Because if you're a fan of Adrian Day, because she deserves, all the praise that she gets for the movie. I think she is the big star here. You guys should make sure you guys check out her performance in this. I think it was pretty good. I don't know if she'll win the award, but she did win the Golden Globe for it. So I'll check out the performance, but that's all pretty much the best part of the movie. So post your comments down below if you guys enjoyed United States vs. Billie Holiday, or if you think Lacey's The Blues was better, or however you feel. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more movie experiences every single weekend right here on NC Studios. Once again, it's NC a place to be. Children, Mr. A&D, and I'll see you at the movies.